Hey there, StarCraft fans! Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Door Remastered. Today on Attitude, it's going to be Olympus and Soma, old school man. Top right, Olympus been around for 20-25 years, if not longer. And the bottom left, Soma, also an older player, not quite as old as Olympus, but current ASL champion, ASL 20 and 21. So, Patreon cast. For those of you who are supporting me on patreon.com/Falcon Paladin for at least $1 a month. If you're watching this the first week of July 2026, thanks for supporting me out there to the tune of at least $1. Tier 1 gets you this replay cast a month before anybody else does. If you're watching this in late July 2026, hit that like button and subscribe. I'm here 5 days a week with casts like these, also live streams. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Be here for the live stream, say hello, meet other StarCraft fans, and watch me cast pro replays there too. So, what do we got here today? Out on Attitude. Anything crazy going on? No. Looks like it's just a normal gateway expand. Soma likes his hatch firsts in this matchup, especially on a big map. So I think it's going to be a hatch first. Here from Soma. No reason to be afraid of Olympus on a big map like this, right? Unless it's like a 2-gate in the middle, but I don't know. Olympus doesn't quite do that a lot. So just playing the odds. There's the gateway on this side of the map, not in the middle. Everything is A-OK. Soma, where are you going to take your base? Ah, it's an overpool. Still, where are you going to take your base? Is it going to be possibly here for your first base? I cast a game between Bisu and Soma where Soma just straight up took his first base at his third. Or his first expansion at his third, and was like, Is he doing it again? Dude, Soma, you're so weird. Why is he doing this lately? Or is he just scouting with that drone and this guy's going to expand here? Okay, fine. I think I was going to expand up the top left like a crazy man. But no, he's going to take his net. Drone scouts out. Going to find this probe. They're going to have a little meet cute. Just a little meet cute. Mwah. It's a little bit of a breeze by there. And he says, hey, that probe's coming out that way and there's nothing down here. Then that's probably not where the Protoss is. Let's keep looking. Good job. Good reaction there from Soma. Now, we're going to see Hive Tech from Soma today. Sometimes he likes skipping Hive Tech. He says, I'm good enough to beat you without Defilers. Or, +3 or Adrenal. So how about you just, I'll just skip it. I'll just kill you with tier 2 stuff and not going to be a problem for me. Now, look, Olympus is a player you need to worry about. He's not exactly Snow. Not exactly Rain or Mini. None of these top tier guys. But he's seen more than Soma has in the world of StarCraft. He's more experienced. He knows what's up. He can be hard to deal with, especially if you don't have tier 3. So what I'm mostly worried about here today is when is Soma going to get his Queen's Nest? It'd be really funny if you got a Queen's Nest and didn't do anything with it other than make queens. That'd be hilarious. So Zealot comes in, sees, hey, there's an expansion. It's not some crazy one base, not enough larva, make Lings build. That doesn't make any sense. So here we go. Surround the Zealot is hard, but golly, Soma can't get a surround on it either. He's got so many Lings. I just want to see a surround on a Zealot once in my life, guys. Get him. Get him. Holy crap. Okay. Still alive. No kills, mind you. I mean, definitely dead. Okay, no kills, definitely dead. Difficult, yes, but doable. Third base coming in from Soma up the left side, where his second base could have been if he wanted. Nobody was stopping him from doing that. The concept of radical freedom tells us we can do whatever we want. Well, within the bounds of StarCraft, right? We can do crazy stuff within the bounds of StarCraft, but we can do stuff that society says we shouldn't be able to do. You can go 3 Nexus before pool, Olympus. Nobody's, stopping you from doing it. It's just you're afraid, and the social norms tell you that you can't. Crazy things to think about, eh? So, Larry, yes. And he signed a further tech, cannon up, worried about Ling flood. There are a bunch of Lings out, but I haven't seen any more Lings go through that production tab since that initial group. So I think everything's fine. Cyber Core, yes. And after the Cyber Core, probably a Stargate, right? Because again, the social norms of this matchup say, hey, we got to go Corsairs. You don't have to, though. If you do kind of skip Stargate, then that does invite the Zerg player to show up with a ton of mutas and kill you, but, other than that. It's a fine thing to do. Spire started at 445. We'll see if Soma likes his Mutalisks here or not. If he's just going to go for mutas, a couple of them, or it's just going to be Scourge, we'll keep an eye on that gas timing, if it shows up at the second base or not. Lings. Nope, that's what that cannon is for. Again, if you're not getting this cannon, you are a bad Protoss player. Stargate. Warping in. Spire. Taking forever to build. But why? Because you can make 10 mutas at a time. You can only make 1 Corsair at a time. That's why the Spire takes longer. 3 Zealots do show up at the 3rd base. A little bit unannounced. A little bit rude. Killing one of the drones immediately. Okay, yeah. Ling's making sure the Zealots can't easily get behind the mineral line. Oh, they screwed it up. They screwed it up. Oh, my gosh. Okay, well, they pinned that guy, kind of. 1 Ling at a time can get through that gap. So they are going to get some kills here. There is Zerg blood on the ground, absolutely. But, I mean, come on. It's not like they got 7 kills apiece there. That was maybe 2 or 3 per guy. Hydra Den, yes. Lurker aspects. No, let's save the gas. Second gas has been taken. This is feeling Scourge. There we go. Scourge fired up. Doesn't mean we can't make mutas later. Tech switching to try to snipe down the High Templar that are certainly going to be part of the build as the Templar Archives is on the way now. That is the name of the game. So again, thanks for being a patron. If you're watching this, the first week of July 2026. Love you very much for supporting me out there on a monthly basis. If you're a channel member too, I appreciate you a lot. Again, monthly support for as little as 60 cents a month can really make a huge difference for content creators like Falcon and other people too, right? Anyway, macro hatch, yes. 5 mutas on the way, right? Second gas. Macro hatches at the 3rd. No sunken, but macro hatch, right? This is the play. Maybe 1 sunken here at the natural. Okay, I say no sunken, and then immediately he fires up 2 sunkens. Just trying to make me look bad, Soma. I love you. But seriously, guy, come on. Come on, come on. Cannon up to fly back to chase the Scourge down. Yeah, 1 sunken. That's all I ever ask for. I don't ask for 5 sunkens at the base and be like, hey, overcommit to static defense. No, it's not what I'm saying at all. 1 sunken plus a couple lings. There you go. If it was just the mutas and just the lings, it would take a lot longer for these zealots to die. But the 1 sunken, getting massive 40 damage hits on these zealots. That armor does not matter when you're taking 40 damage per shot. And that's it. It paid for itself right there. That was totally worth killing those zealots faster. High Templar out. Yes. Psystorm, yes. +1 air weapons. Yes. The mutas kind of necessitated that, right? It's not going to be Ogre Zerg. It's going to be a few mutas here, and it's going to be Hydras on the back of it. Scourge connecting. Pretty good. But the cannon's getting shots off. A new Corsair pops out. Dies to Scourge immediately. Oh, no. Can we kill these mutas with these cannons? They're injured. They've taken some hits, but it's always funny watching like 2 mutas try to kill a cannon. They'll get there. It just takes a while. Now we just park 2 mutas behind the mineral line. Let the glaives bounce where they may. How, when, and where they want to. More cannon coming up. Corsair shows up. Scourge are like, hey, we'll kill you too. No. Nice cannon fallback. Scourge. Or can the Archons get to a position where they can hit these mutas? They have to come around the back. That's hilarious. Scourge connection. No. Mutas get out of there. How many kills you got? 2 kills on that muta and a full 1 on that guy. So I don't know. It was fine. Killed some cannons. Did kill some probes. 54 workers at the end of the day from Olympus, though, is not the end of the world. So, what do we got? We've got lurkers. Just starting now. Lurker aspect. We droned a whole bunch. We're at 48 drones now, up from the 30-something we had a minute ago. 56 probes on the other side of it. Gate. 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 A little bit weird on the setup here. These ones are further to the right than these ones are compared to the pylons. My mild OCD is complaining about that one. Is OCD actually a condition in 2026, or has it been replaced with another word? Or has it been rolled into another diagnosis? I don't know. Oh, see, surrounding Archons is a lot easier than surrounding Zealots. Archons are not as slippery. They're big and chunky. That's why. These guys are svelte. They can slip right through your fingers or your claws if you happen to be a Zergling. So let's put base down the right side here from Protoss. Corsairs happening. Corsairs have died. That's not going to stop us from making more Corsairs. Thank you very much. Dude, a cancel on this base would be huge. He doesn't even try, though. He knows the lings are out. There you go. That's the guarantee damage, is the probe that's around here somewhere. Yeah, Soma so smart. Lings slipping out just by the skin of their teeth. More macro hatches. Production tab says, no Queen's Nest. We're getting upgrades for Hydras and Lings. We're going to try to Hydro Bust this sucker on the follow-up. Again, with a number of High Templar out, that could be a little bit tough. Getting a couple hits off on the Nexus that's warping in is cute, but it's not going to do much in the long run to really slow Olympus down. Olympus is somebody that loves his Arbiters, so we might... I don't want to promise this, but he even uses them against Zerg sometimes. I don't even know why I said that. It's probably not going to happen, but he does it every once in a while. It's one of the reasons I saw Olympus from this RJB replay, and I said, ah, yes, of course. Let's do Olympus here. He can give Soma a run for his money, and so far, yeah. 65 probes at 3 minutes. The macro has been insane. 3 bases, also awesome. No sign of a 4th base coming in yet for Soma. No sign of a Queen's Nest either. We're on a timer. It's not too late. I like to say if the clock hits 14 minutes and you don't have a Queen's Nest started, you're kind of toast. You can be playing a worse Protoss player and actually not lose from there, but Scourge, yes. Hydras, yes. But if you're playing against somebody as good as Olympus, you're just kind of a dead nerd at that point. Corsairs fighting, not good. Lurker Hydra setup, kind of scary. Zealots don't have detection. Where is the obs? The Zealots are just like, we're going to run by and counter. Maybe don't kill everything I have. Nice. There it is. I was like, where's the storm? There it's B. It's B quite nicely good here against these Hydras. Okay, you've got a storm back here, man. Do not die before you get a storm off. Do not die before you get a storm off. Okay, he's not. But maybe he should toss, you know, the 2 storms down that he has. He's being very patient. Zealots into the natural. Look at this. Okay, Lurker egging it up. Zealots will take down the Sunken pretty quickly, especially with that +1 attack that they have. Massively big. Is this guy still? Okay, yes. Finally getting his storms down. A desperate hold. Lurkers are deep into the nat. The Archons are going to be good. You need to, that's a good storm. You got to need a good storm against these Hydras if you're going to hold against this. The Lurkers are kind of doable with the Archons. Cannon gets sniped out quickly, but dude, Zealots into the main base causing issues. Zealots steer still here at the natural base. Drone, at least 1 drone has died. There's no mining happening here at all. Drones evacuating or getting killed. 41 drones remaining. The main base is also a dead zone of Zealots owning the day. This is a crazy game. Lurkers and Hydras deep into the natural base of Olympus, and Zealots deep into the main base of Soma, killing the Hydra Den. Ooh. Drones out here trying to kill Zealots. Okay, there's Lurkers and Hydras too. Yes, the Hydra Den dies. Dude, taking down the Evolution Chambers would be rather not actively working on upgrades, but that's okay. 1 Lurker in each base is pretty nice. Dragoons and Archons show up. Finally, a little bit of detection. I'm assuming? No, there's still a Lurker here. Where is your observatory? He has an observatory. Is he not building obs? This is so scrappy right now. This Lurker has 2 kills, which isn't a lot, but still, dude, just Zealots on top of the guys on the gas. The Lurker can't kill them that fast. 44 drones to 68 probes. How are there still 68 probes for Olympus? He's insane. Finally, is he doing the, he's doing the trick? Oh no! He put the Zealot on the Lurker and splashed it and didn't kill it. He lost the, no, don't lose that one too. He lost that one too. Where is your observer production? Olympus, you have, did he lose his robo? Is that the problem? Yes! Oh, he lost his robo. That, okay. Archon, get in there. Get in there. And it's multiple Zealots to do this, guys. Dude, losing your robo like that is just crushing. Finally, an obs is in production. But still, Soma went for 3 base, Lurker Hydra all in, didn't get it done, lost a bunch of stuff in the process, lost a bunch of drones, had to replace the Hydra Den. It's back, it's not that big of a deal, it's a very fast building to build. Finally, an ob shows up, and these Lurkers that have been owning this side of the map for the last 5 minutes are dead. Finally, 3rd base, unmolested, thank you very much. Handful of mutas coming into the main base. 3 volleying down a cannon, not great. You're still taking a lot of shots. Oh, hang on. More mutas than I thought. And what's the anti-air? Where do the Corsairs go? Dude, this is an insane game. Might epic tag this right now at 14 minutes. It's nowhere near done, but this has been a crazy amount of fun. Gotta just storm the mutas and hope they hold still long enough to die. Restart the Corsair production. They've got +1 attack. Meanwhile, checking to make sure there's not a base down here. There's not. There's a drone who's thinking about being a base, but there's not a base. Mutas into the natural base. Kind of seems like a bad idea. 3 cannons here, plus Dragoon, plus Archon. Although cannons aren't covering each other very well. Keep that Obs alive. Where is it? Oh, the Lurker Spines are just eating right now. When I said keep the Obs alive, is it already dead? Did I come over here when it was already dead? Golly. Yeah, just not the upgrades you want. No +2 on those Dragoons yet. 1-1 on the Hydras. The upgrades are favoring Soma quite heavily right now. New Obs shows up. 4th base is happening. Mutas taking storms, taking hits. Killing yet another cannon. Sure, why not? 4th base. No, that's not a 4th base. I've looked like it on the minimap for a second. But it's not. Mutas abusing the fact that there are no Corsairs to just kind of fly around. Kill individual probes whenever they want. Dude, it is now fewer probes than drones at 16 minutes. It was 68 probes. Then the Mutatex switch showed up, killed a ton of them in the main and the natural. I don't think the 3rd lost any probes, but it doesn't really matter. It's a big Hydra Lurker setup here. So normally I would say you don't have a hive, you're dead, but this has been such a scrappy game, it changes the equation. The calculus is different now. So now Hydra Lurker can win this game just because the Protoss is under 100 supply at 16 minutes. Normally, ooh, DT. Normally the Protoss would be at 150, 160 supply. The Hydra Lurker would have a hard time dealing with it, and then the Zerg would die because they don't have any hive tech. But Protoss is not that big. He's really not. And as a result, he's on full retreat here. How much storm does he have available? None. Knight Templar just moving into the... Is he going to live? No. Gets targeted on the way out. Good job by Soma. Finally, a 4th base coming in. Minerals only here on Attitude. Rain... Did Singularity Charge just finish? I think it just finished. Wow. Well, let's see. 4 bases happening. Muta sniping off, sniping Knight Templar as much as they can, catching probes, transferring to... Ow, ow, ow. Quick, get into the land of cannons. There you go, getting into the land of cannons there. And 5 Mutas, very injured, doing what they can. More Hydras in production. Soma, dude, I know it's been a scrappy game. I know that changes the math, but I need you to get a Queen's Nest. This game is not going to be over anytime soon. You're going to need it. The upgrades are going to keep coming in for the Protoss. The upgrades are going to be huge for the Protoss. If you don't have Plague, it's going to be so hard to win, but golly, the Mutas just coming in, losing all of the Mutalisks, though. Good grief. Okay, any more Mutas going to come in here today? Maybe. It depends on what Soma wants to do. Once again, no Obs. The Mutas have been so good today at sniping those. He's just... Okay, I guess in range of detection of that cannon, that guy was, but not this guy. New Obs has arrived. It's like Christmas every time a new observer shows up. This game is crazy good. Yeah, I'm epic tagging this. This is one of the better PvZs I have seen in a long time. Scrap, scrap, scrap. 80 supply to 80 supply at 18 minutes. Protoss wants to be higher than that against Hydra Lurker. He's thinking about expanding up here, but there's an Overlord keeping an eye on what he is up to, man. And yeah, that probe's like, just kidding. I'm going to take the back exit. Everything will be fine. Production tab, nothing for Soma. DTs. We've got probes. We have zealots. We've got more observers, more cannons here from Olympus. And another base is coming up, 6 o'clock for Soma. So as crappy as this has been, Soma's like, yeah, 19 minutes is good enough time to get like a 5th base here. Maybe even a little bit late, by golly. More lurkers on the way. No sign of a Queen's Nest. Soma's doing insane stuff here. 20 minutes. No Queen's Nest. But if you can keep the Protoss to under 100 supply for this long, it's not as big of a deal. Look at this. Look at the Zealot count. It's 3. Look at the Dragoon count. They don't have the armor upgrade. He's just now getting the +2 armor at 20 minutes, which is way too late. Thinking about expanding up here, but can he save it if it comes under attack? The answer is, I don't know if he can protect this and this from the onslaught of the Zerg that's coming up here. Still the 1/1, getting a +2 attack. Lurkers burrow in right on top of everything. Eat some storms. It takes more than 1 storm to kill a Lurker, as we all know. Fighting with the cannons, best thing you can do right now. DT in the mix. Yes, he has an Overlord. But is it a fast Overlord? I don't think it is. I'm not sure he has speed Overlords right now, which means the DT chases this entire Hydra army home. Holy smokes, look at him go. Get him. Get him down the Dark Templar. This base is massive from Soma. He's going to make a couple drones. He's got 45 probes to 45 drones now. A couple drones got made. Evened up that count here at 20 minutes. By golly, if you're not clicking the like button on this, I don't know what you like in StarCraft, folks. This is one of the most intense low-econ PvZs I've had on the channel, and I've been doing this for 11 years now. It's been so long. Finally, this Overlord dies. Again, not a speed Overlord, easier to kill than his counterpart, the speedy Overlord. And I just keep glancing at the production tab, trying to see a Queen's Nest. Don't see a Queen's Nest. I'm like, maybe I missed the Queen's Nest. Is there a hive coming in? No, definitely not. Soma is the craziest man. But if the Protoss doesn't have +3 attack, and really doesn't have Reavers or anything, especially, this is doable for Soma. Zealots are good. High Templar are good. But Hydras are just that good. Maybe once this base starts getting gas, he can afford some Reavers on top of the High Templar he's producing, which are very gas expensive too. Oh, Queen's Nest. Okay, 22-minute Queen's Nest. 22. I think, is it too late? It's hard to do the math, right? It's hard to know. Is he too late here? Is the Protoss just too entrenched on too many bases for you to handle with Hydra Lurker? Is your attempt to tech into Hive going to slow you down? And the Protoss is going to recognize, hey, things have slowed down here. Maybe I can get a counterattack off. Wipe out this dude with, you know, my maxed out army with our +2 armor, which is always a huge deal in the current meta especially. But yeah, Soma's like, I'm not going to let you do that. I'm going to be the one who knocks. I'm going to be the aggressor here. I'm getting a Hive behind this, but I'm making sure you have no ability to shut me down. So I'm going to make sure you're back here, going to make sure you're defending me, making sure you're afraid of me and what I've got. With that +2 armor finishing up now for the Protoss at a really good time. 123 to 129 supply. This is not where the Protoss wants to be, but this base is so big. It's so big. Back up to 53 probes. The man was at 68 until those mutas came through and ruined his entire day. I think he would have won the game by now if that hadn't happened. If that muta tech switch doesn't happen, I feel like Olympus has this thing won. Oh, sneaking up down here. Probe sees this. Probe totally sees this. Can he do anything about it is the question. Not sure that he can. Once again, Soma just knows exactly what to have. Come up and try to get on top of these probes. Dodging storms, pretending like you're going to burrow and then not actually burrowing. Ah, that's so diabolical, but I'm not sure the Lurker got any kills there anyway. Hydra's on the follow-up, fighting against 4 cannons is really not the problem. Coming up this ramp, these cannons get busted. No, the Storm doing what it can. But I think there are just enough Hydras to bust this base. This is insane. Archon. No. High Templar. No. Zealots. Nope. Getting blocked on the ramp by a Lurker egg. Ooh, Pylon down here is thinking about building a gateway. I think building a DT to shut down that base. But also he needs to keep this base alive. Too many Hydras attacking this Nexus. It is going to die. Olympus can only hope to counterattack here. He's not going to save the Nexus, and he knows it. It's down. He is building a gate down this way, I think to make a DT to shut this base down, kill all of those drones when they show up. Oh, he does. Why would you come back? I guess he figures the counterattack is not as effective, wouldn't be as effective as maybe he was hoping initially, so he falls back. 3-kill Lurker, 45 probes. Replacing the Nexus needs to be a priority here. He's got enough money to do it. He's got a probe in location to do it, and he's going to do it. Adrenal on the way. Any sign of a defiler mount? He's really just going for Adrenal here, huh? Okie doke. Well, what do we got down here? Cannon, gateway. Not in view of the Zerg at all. Look at this. Look at... No, that's so good by Olympus. The sneaky plays. Not a single plague here today, mind you. And the Dragoons have a new lease on life. They have the armor upgrades. They've got the Psystorm back up. The Zealots also benefiting from the armor. And for the first time, I think for the first time, maybe we're crossing the halfway point of the map. That is a DT. That is an Overlord. It's an Overlord parked on the base because Soma's not an idiot. I think he caught a glimpse of this. And he's going to shut it down. Yeah, he is. It was a good idea. It really was, but I think Soma Overlord, he checked that because he's like, hey, that's a spot of the map I haven't seen. And then, ooh, Lurker Egg on the ramp, Lurker Egg on the ramp. There it is, but it takes a lot of shots early and is going to die. Okay, that bought a couple seconds, but not a lot. Go up the ramp, Psystorm the guys. Cracklings are here. They've got themselves a 0 attack upgrade and a +2 Carapace. And the Adrenals. Psystorm those suckers is not a bad use of energy at all. Hydra's on the backside. Maybe trying to engage here, trying to get up this ramp. No Sunkens makes it a lot easier. Everybody's coming to try to save this space from Soma. He knows Olympus is rebuilding on the other side at the 12 o'clock, so he knows he needs to hold on to this base. He's bringing everything to the party, and he's doing pretty well. Zealots chasing the Hydras back. What's dealing with these Hydras? Archons, kind of, but Olympus can't get up this ramp to really harass the hatchery. Look at these Hydras. They're running all the way back there. There is a Nidus there. Excellent. Are we doing this without Defilers is the question, Soma. Once again, both players have about 100 supply. Nobody's gotten maxed out today. Nobody's gotten close to getting maxed out today. Woo! Okay, 2 obs. We're not going to lose the obs this time, folks. Lurker dead, Nidus targeted fairly well. Psystorming what comes out of the Nidus as well. There's a lot of Zerg here. 103 to 103 supply is so amazing. Is this Defiler list today? Is this seriously what he's going to do? No Defiler plays. He got the Hive to get Niduses and Adrenal. I mean, I can't really hate him for that. I think that's pretty awesome, actually. There's not a lot defending this base now, though, and the Nidus means you can't do anything with it either. But, dude, 118 to 112 supply. Protoss is up, and you're like, hey, that's great, but I don't know. Against Hydra Lurker, you kind of need to be a little bit bigger than the Zerg army to deal with it, unless you have a ton of Storm, which he does. But even then, the Storm can only whittle down the Zerg Swarm so much. We're talking about Soma here. I think he can get in there. But he's like, if I get in there, am I getting out of there? Great question. Is this a drop? No, just an Overlord. So he splits the forces, decides to come over this way, doesn't bring detection to kill that Lurker, which is hilarious. Then comes over this way, Lurker Egg on the ramp. That's really the only defense that's available here. Trying to get a new, a creep colony up. Storming the egg is a precious use of energy, but it's going to work out here. And this base might just get wrecked. The entire Protoss army's down here, though. But no, Soma on the counterattack here in 28 minutes. Holy smoking Zola this game. Do we have obs for... Why am I always asking that question in this game? No. For some reason, he doesn't have obs with his army. He has to blind storm the Lurkers. Hydra Lurker crackling into this base. Nope. Thinks about it. Into this base, there's 2 Zealots and 3 cannons. That does not seem like enough to deal with this army. Not even close. So the hatchery is dead. The Lurker, whatever. Do what you want. Nobody cares about you. Can we get back in time to save the 12 o'clock? I'm not sure that we can. This Nexus is going to die again. This base is mined out. This base is mining out. Mined out. Still some money in the main, but not going to last forever. No, he doesn't. Again, he turns around and says, I guess I can't save it. Maybe he really means it this time. Archon against Lurker Egg is pretty good, right? A lot of armor on the Egg, but Archons do big, chunky damage, and the armor is negated quite a bit. Upgrades here to 3 on the Protoss. The Zerg is at a casual 2-3. He did get the +3 attack on the Hydras and the Lurkers with the Hive Tech, so good for him. This has been a 29-minute game where nobody's gotten close to 150 supply, folks. Hey, obs, woo! Lurkers recognize the obs exist, and it's time to fall back. Can we retake this base? No, there's one lurker up here. He's going to shut us down. I mean, yeah, I guess. Protoss is mine. He needs to win with this. He is not saving up for a Nexus. He does not have the money to save up for a Nexus. He needs to win with this engagement. If Soma can hold, he wins the game. And I don't know. The Storm is great. I think Soma's got this, man. He has active income. It's down here. There's a DT in the mix. Hold your flippin' horses, folks. This income I was just talking about, maybe not as good as I'm trying to say. Drones get pulled out. Everything else is mined out. Both players are mined out at 30 minutes. This is bananas. Holy Hannah. DT does get killed thanks to the support of Mr. Overlord here, but Psystorm wipes out all of the Hydras. It's 65 up, 45 supply. Protoss is up. This base is dead. All the drones are dead. This base looks like it's dead. All these drones are dead. He's mining as much as he can just to make stuff. He knows these drones are going to die, but he needs as many minerals return as he possibly can. He's trying to expand to the top side as well. Can he get there? I don't know. These drones are running for their lives. The 24 drones. He storms the ramp, kills a bunch of them. How many make it out? 3 of them make it out. Where are they even going to go? Trying to expand bottom right. This space is massive. The income is still there. Long distance mining probes happening. How do we get rid of that lurker? Maybe he left on his own accord. Nobody knows. DT chasing these Hydras across the map. Once again, mined out. Dead, mined out, mined out. Mining with six drones, man. Can he save this base? He's got a lurker. He's building some creep colonies. Are they going to be up in time before the Zealot army shows up? Probably not. Can Olympus pull off the comeback here? Again, it's a Defiler-less Zerg player, Soma. Why is he Defiler-less? Nobody knows. Is he doing a challenge? This guy, 4-kill lurker. Where's the obs are at? No! How did he get the obs? Oh, second obs comes in. The Overlord died. How'd that obs die? Should not have been able to detect it at all. Ugh. Falcon, calm down. Calm down. This is one of the most intense PvZs we've ever seen on the channel. This might get epic with spaces in it. 66 to 31 supply. Charging in because what else are you gonna do? Where is the obs? There it is. The lurkers are dead. The obs get sniped out. Doesn't matter. GG. Soma taps out and Olympus wins it in 32 minutes and 30 seconds. He's got 58 supply and 24 probes. And somehow, that is a win. I mean, we're talking about an absolutely fantastic showing there from Olympus. I cannot believe he won this game. He was mined out here, had no active mining, long distance mining. There was a lurker causing problems, but he just calmly goes across the map, kills this, kills this, kills this, kills this. It's not as simple as I made it sound, right? But look at these upgrades. 3-3, before the 3 was available. No Plague here from Soma, no Dark Swarm from Soma. Makes the Dragoons just effective all of the time. Archon's effective all of the time. Psystorm's always good no matter what, but not having to deal with plagued things. Like, if these units were plagued and they charged in here, maybe they die. Right? The obs getting sniped today by Soma was clinical. It was destructive. I asked, where is the obs more times in this game than I have in any PvZ over the last, month. Or ever, quite possibly, combined over the last month. That was diabolically an incredibly good PvZ for your Patreon cast of the week. I hope you enjoyed it, because it was awesome, and I really had fun casting it. Okay. My goodness. So yeah, tap that like button if you enjoyed it. That was a knockdown, drag them out. Nobody got even close to maxed out in 32 minutes. You know it's a good game when that happens. 268,000 to 300,000 points in favor of Olympus. Got outproduced by the Zerg, outkilled the Zerg. Similar numbers. Structures raised 86. 31 raised to 12. And the outspent here by the Zerg by Soma, ASL champion, was only 3,600 more than Olympus. Not enough. Goodness, the coughing today. All right, well, that is going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, Twitch, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for being a patron if you are, or a channel member, and you take care of yourself.
Yeah.